Alright, it's been a while since I've done a Hearts of Iron 4 tutorial, and I figured it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've done the first video, and I've been wanting to remake it for a while, and I'll try to do other videos, but I have to get back into Hearts of Iron 4 modding to be able to do these other videos, so I need to do this again. So we're going to do a country, and to do a country first, the most important thing, right click your Hearts of Iron 4 and click properties. Okay, now right here in advanced in general, we're going to type in -debug. This will put us in debug mode. That's important later. Next we can close that. Then we're going to right click Hearts of Iron again, go to manage, browse local files, and we're just getting straight into it, everyone. So here's the Hearts of Iron 4 folder. We're going to minimize this, but we're going to keep it open or whatever. And then we're going to click Hearts of Iron 4 and play. Now this will launch the launcher. And in the launcher, if you go to playsets, it should be empty. I wish I had it like empty, but here. So if you've never made a mod, your playset will probably look like this. So we're going to go to mod library, and this again will also probably be empty. And we're going to click upload mod, create mod, and we're going to name it my country or whatever your mod name is, version 1, and then I'm just going to paste that same name right here, alternate history. You could choose any of these and change them later, but I do alternate history because I mean it's just anything is alternate history basically. After that's made, you'll close that and you'll go to playset, and you have a new mod. And so I'll click add to current playset. So here's my mod. Now when my mod's here, I'm going to click these 3 dots, and I'm going to click show in folder, and this will open the mods folder. Now you can see we have 2 folders, the Hearts of Iron 4 folder and our mod right here. Now what we're going to do is minimize those. Well, actually I'm actually going to open them. So Hearts of Iron and my mod. So the first folder that you should always start with is the common folder, because we're making a country and countries are located in common. So common, and in the Hearts of Iron 4 folder right here, we're going to go common, and we're going to look for country tags. I'm just going to control or F2 and then copy the name right here, but you could just type it in. So in my mod folder, I'm going to right click new folder, and I'm going to put in country tags just like this. Make sure it's spelt properly. If it's not spelt properly, it will not work. Alright, now I'm going to open country tags, and inside of country tags on your mod, there's of course nothing because you just made it. In Hearts of Iron 4, there's a 00. We're just going to copy 00. And we're gonna we're gonna paste it in our mod folder and then open it. So because you don't want to modify the base game folders, you want to modify it in your mod. That's very important so you don't mess up. Next, you have 2 choices. One, you can make a 01 countries, or you could just expand off of the 00. I recommend just expanding off of 00 because then you can find any tags that you might need. So we're going to go to the very bottom, and we're going to just drop like 2 to 3 lines, click enter, and we're going to type in our country's tag. So we need to make one up. We're going to do Dinoburg like last time, so DNB, okay, DNB, and we're going to do equals, quotation marks. Whatever you put right here needs to be the same as the next folder I'll show you. So countries, if we could type, and we're gonna do dinoburg.txt, and as you can see they're in quotes, so make sure they're in quotes, and if it's easier for you, you could just copy one of these and just change it. Now what I want to do before we move on is you want to go, I'm using Notepad so I can do like find right here, and I'm gonna type in DNB, and since I'm at the bottom I'm gonna click up. I'm going to click next, and it says it cannot find any more DNB, so it only found the one I put in. Alright, I'm not going to close this because we're going to come back to this, but I'm going to control S, which is save, And yeah, we'll just leave this right here. Next, go back to your common, and in your common, and navigate the Hearts of Iron 4 one. We're going to be looking for, I believe it's countries. So we're going to grab the country's name, and we're going to type it in or paste it in exactly how it is. So as you can see, it's spelled countries. And you have to make sure it's Hearts of Iron 4 modding, or Hearts of Iron 4 game, I don't know how they spell it. So localization, for example, is not with a Z, it's with a S, and that's why some countries might not appear with names if you do it wrong. So we're going to open theirs, and we're just going to grab a random country. I'm going to do Brazil. And I'm going to paste Brazil in my countries folder. Okay. Now, I'm going to rename the Brazil. I'm going to rename it to Dinoberg. And what I want to do is I want to make sure it's the exact one that I put for my in the tag folder. So it should be country/Dinoberg, and it needs to be spelt the same with the same capital, location, all that. So like that, Dinoberg. And then I'm going to double click Dinoberg, and you have a few things over here you could change. South America, we're not going to get into that stuff because I don't care about that. We can change the color. I'm just going to change one of the numbers. It's by RGB, or yeah, it's by RGB, and if it isn't RGB for you, I think you can just do RGB right here and it will make it RGB. But yeah, so I'm going to control S that, and there you go. We technically have a country. It's just you won't be able to locate it. I know I might be going a little fast. I have an older tutorial. It's the same process. So hopefully you can keep up. It's been a while since I have to get back into the speed I used to do. So I'm going to navigate back to the base area of Hearts of Iron's folder. So you have like all the folders like common and all that. And I'm going to do the same for my mod where I have common located. And in my mod folder, I'm going to click new folder, and I'm going to name it history. Now, make sure it's not capitaled, because, again, it needs to be spelled how Hearts of Iron 4 spells it. Next, I'm going to open the history folder, and I'm going to click new folder, and I'm going to name it countries. Countries. So COUNTRIES is how you spell countries, if you did not know. Although we did just spell it earlier, so hopefully you did. Anyways, we're going to open countries. And inside of countries, you have all these countries. I'm just looking at them real fast to see which ones is it. I think a far. Yeah. So now we're going to pick a country to modify. And I'm going to modify AFAR. So I'm going to control C AFAR right here, AFA. I'm going to paste it in my countries folder. So now I have AFA AFAR. And if you don't know how to do that, you right click. You can do copy, wherever that is. And then paste it in here, paste. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename it. This minus is like a comment for notes. So after the minus is just a note, you don't actually need this. So I can just do dmb.txt, but I'm also going to do minus Dinoberg and keep it like accurate to how they organize it, because it's smarter that way. Next, again, I have this folder to double check. My tag is the exact same. It should DMB. Do something you can like just remember off the top of your head if you need to. But I'm gonna open it. Okay. Now this is we're about to have to launch the game, but I want to modify a few things before we launch the game. So we have OOB. This is your units, and I have done a tutorial on that. So I'll have you go look at that if you want to make units. But so we have Italy give guarantee. If you want them to guarantee you, just change that tag to DMB, and Italy will guarantee you. What's nice about these countries is they already have some stuff in here that you just don't need to change. You could just steal it from them. Because I mean, unless you're making like a big mod, I would recommend starting with just stealing their stuff. It makes it easier. Alright, so now we have recruit character. We're going to keep this, but this is how you hire leaders. Set political party. We're going to set this. We're going to do... I believe this is just... I believe it's just the ideology. It might be the sub-ideology, but I think it's just the ideology. I'm going to double check because it has been a long time since I've done it. So, oops. Yeah, nice. Ping, 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 ping. Where's Soviets? So if I look at the Soviets real fast, I can check. Whatever, it probably is. So, what I'm going to do in my country is, if you want to no longer be neutral, you could do communism, mustache man-ism, democracy. So, we'll do that one because I think that's how you spell it. Yeah. Yeah, it's right here. No, I did not spell it right. That's why I was like, why does it look weird? Make sure you spell them right too, because then it won't. Next, we're going to change the ideology numbers. This should equal 100. If it's not equal 100, it will technically work, but it will be broken. So I'm going to make this 75, 75, and make this 20. So I'm just swapping the two. Alright, now, since there looks like there's nothing else for me to modify at the moment, we will get back to capital. We're going to go ahead and... So, you can either launch the game and look for a state you want to set as your capital, but I'll launch my game last, so I'm just going to grab a random one. So, what you want to do is go to your history folder on both the mod and base game. And in your mod, you're going to click new folder, and you're going to name it states. This is where all the states go for your country. If they're not assigned, then you won't have it. So now we're just going to grab a random one. I don't know. I don't even like this 288. I have no clue where that's located. But I'm going to paste that in my states folder. I'm going to double click it, open. So ID 288. So if I go to my my country in the history country folder, which I did not close by the way, I'm going to rename this capital 908. I say a lot. I'm going to rename 908 to 288 and Control S, and then I can close that. Inside of my state folder, I'm going to click over here where it says history equal, and then a curly bracket, or if you want to be technical, brace. Owner equal BRM, and I'm going to rename that to DNB, Dinoberg, right? And I'm going to just copy add core of. I'm going to drop down a line, click tab 2 times to match it if you're just in normal Notepad. If you're in Visual Studio, it should automatically do it. Paste that in, and I'm going to rename this to DMB. There you go. Now you have a country on the map. So if I launch my game, your country will now be on the map. Okay? Although, it won't have a name and it won't have a flag. Or maybe a leader. But leaders or other stuff. So now, what we're going to do, go back to my country, or whatever your mod folder is, just the base of it. Same with Hearts of Iron. Now this step is very important to follow. You're going to go to localization in the Hearts of Iron 4 main page area. I'm going to copy that name, or you can spell it exactly if you just want to type it. I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to spell it localization, LOCALISATION. Localization, not a Z, a S. If you do a Z, it won't work. Then I'm going to open localization. And inside of localization, you have all these languages. I recommend starting with English because that's what I'm doing in the tutorial. But they're all just, you know, different languages. So, like, the folders are the same, probably. I don't know. I don't really look at them. So, I'm going to make an English folder in my mod. area in my localization. I'm going to open English, and I want to find countries English. You can search it in the search bar up here if you don't know where it is. But it's this one. If I open this, you will see you have all the countries with their names and other stuff. So we're going to scroll all the way down. And you could also do this in your different folder, but we're just doing it in the main one. Again, make sure it's in your mod and not the actual one. So we have this last country right here. I'm just going to control C it. Oops. I'm going to control C that entire country. Let me control C it. There we go. Control C. And I'm going to paste it down here. Now, all of these little, like these tags right here that we just pasted in, we need to change to our tag. So DNB. And again, make sure it's the same as whatever tag you're doing. DNB, 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 DNB. I know I could do replace, but replace doesn't work if there's multiple one. Like you just copied it, because you'll replace both of those. DNB. Alright. Now, since my country is the fascism one, we're just gonna modify those, and I'll briefly change the other ones. So we're gonna do state of Dinoburg. Alright. And then we'll do the def. I think that's definition. Democracy, why not? Dude, this is like, this autofill thing is so annoying. The Kingdom of Dinoburg. Sure, we'll do Dinoburg. Yeah, it's just autofill. I don't even know. But there you go. So everything says Dinoburg and it's DMB. So this should appear in our Hoi4 now. The final thing I want to do before we load up our Hearts of Iron, I know you really want to, I know. My countries, or whatever your mod folder is called, I'm going to make a new folder called GFX. GFX is basically where images and all that go and all that stuff. So inside of GFX, I'm going to make another folder. I'm going to name it flags. Okay, and I'm going to open flags again on the other one. Now, I'm going to grab, like, oh yeah, we need, so open flags, and we're going to make another folder called medium, and another folder called small. That's essential for flags. So I'm just going to grab the top flag right here. I'm going to paste it in. Make sure it's pasted in the normal flags folder. And I'm going to rename it. I'm going to remove the ideology. I'm just going to name it DMB. This will be the base name for your flag. If you want different ideology flags, you can. So I'm going to grab the democracy one and I'll show that. So I'll do DMB underscore democratic. So now I have any flag that's not democratic will be this one. And I'm going to open it in paint.net. If you don't have paint.net, I recommend it. You can get it at getpaint.net, I think. I have it linked all the time, okay? So just read the description with the stuff. It is free. It's not, you don't need to pay for it. Unless you do it on like Microsoft. But you can get it on the website for free. I'm going to make it purple. I feel like I always do. I click Control S. And I'm just going to do auto detect because I think it's 24-bit, but I'm doing auto detect because if you don't mess with it, it's fine. And I'm going to modify this one slightly. I'm going to make it purple. Like every other thing is purple. That's not purple. What color is purple? Right? So I want to make the green, or the green purple. And the red purple. No, I'll just make the red purple. It's on my own flag, guys. There you go. Control S. Boom. Now, I'm going to open this main one right here. And just so my life is easier. I'm going to go medium, and in medium, I'm going to open medium here, and copy, paste this. I'm going to rename this to DMB, open that, and then I'm also going to go to small and do the same thing real fast. Copy, paste that, and name that DMB, and open that. Alright, So now we got 3 things open in Paint.net if you're using Paint.net. If not, then I mean, you could just resize it. But I'm going to go to the first one, which is the one I modified. I'm going to lasso right here. This is a lasso. Follow my mouse. And I'm just going to go around the border and hold left click. And then I'm going to click Control C. I'm going to go to the second one, the second flag. I'm going to click Control V. And I'm going to click Keep Canvas Size. Then I can hold Shift, or I can actually just drag the corner right here and just line it up with the border like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the small one. And this is just so I don't need to, like, if you make a complex flag, you don't need to recolor it. You can also just resize it, and I'll go over that in a second. And then Control S, of course, on all of them. Now, if you just want to resize it, check the folders, because medium size is 41 by 26 and small is 10 by 7. Not 10 by 6, 10 by 7. Alright, so since that's done, I'm going to quickly add the Democratic one off camera, but it's the same process. So, alright, once that's done, the last thing we would technically have is country leaders, but I don't feel like going over that. So this video is already pretty long. It's 22 minutes. That's about how long the other one is, so I guess I'm not going fast enough. But now we're going to go back to your launcher. We're going to go to Home. Make sure the playset is on the correct playset your mod's in. Which yours, if it's just the generic one, it would be the first one that's already selected. Then I'm going to click play. I'm going to load the game and see if my mod works. And I will go over if it doesn't work. There is one solution that I found does help. And a lot of people don't know about it. And it's hard to explain. That's why most of the time when people say it doesn't work, I tell them to just join the Discord, because I have it pinned in the Discord. It's hard to explain in text mostly. But I will try to show you guys it to the best of my ability. And be able to explain it visually without doing it, because I don't feel like doing it. Also, I was looking, and I appreciate everyone that has got the tool I made, the flag tool. It has almost 1,000 downloads from when this video is recorded. You'll get these messages right here that just popped up. That's just debug mode. Don't worry about them. They're not important. But yeah, the tool I made to resize the flags has almost 1,000 downloads. That's crazy. I've never had something like that. Anyways, I'm just going to load up a random thing. I have no clue where this country is, because I don't... So, I'm going to click a random country real fast and just find it. But yeah, I do want to tell you that tool, the flag tool, is free. Whenever you try to download it, it will say pay $2 or set your price. But you can say, like, I think proceed to... thing or whatever, proceed to download without purchasing, or set the price to 0, because it's a donation, not a actual thing. So I'm gonna type in Dinoberg. There we go, state of Dinoberg. I click Control F. So right here, okay, that's where it is. So as you can see, we have our country, but not my flag. So I made a mistake, I guess, and we'll fix that. So here's my country. And I just want to confirm I made the mistake. I'm going to do, is it ideology? What is it? Set ruling party D, Democratic. Yeah. Alright, so that's a me mistake then. So what we're going to do is go fix that me mistake. I'm assuming it's probably for some of you too, where the flag doesn't show. And I don't think we have to close the game, so I'm going to leave it open, and I'm just going to go to my mod over here, double click DMB, Control S. When you're saving it, you want to turn compress off right here, and it should be 24-bit, although auto will probably work, so I'm going to leave it on auto. But you want to turn compress off. I don't know why that's the reason, but so make sure you do that with all of them. You turn compress off. I don't know what this other convert thing is. That's new. I don't mess with paint.net that often. So I'm just going to save this one. And then if I go here, I think I could type, I could probably just switch my ideology to funny. Yeah, there we go. So updated. And I mean, if I switch my ideology anywhere else, I think it's going to stay the same until I fix this here. So if I fix the democratic one by turning compress off, RLE is turned off. And 24-bit if you want to be precise. But turn that off for small, medium, and large. Large does not have a name or a folder. Like this. Now if I switch it to mustache, communist, they'll stay the same, but democratic, we'll switch the flag. Now you can see. Okay, so we have our country, our leader, which you can, again, they changed his portrait a little bit actually. You can go ahead and look at my other tutorial for leaders. But now we're going to go over if your country's not showing up at all, like, or, you know, just not showing up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open my Discord. And in my Discord, I have a pinned message right here. The easiest way to fix your mod not showing up. And this is in modding help, so if you want to follow it yourself. So basically, all you have to do, and I recommend when you do this, you go ahead and back up whatever you want in your mods folder, because you're deleting your documents folder entirely. So this PC documents paradox, where your mod folder is located, delete that Hearts of Iron 4 folder, and then I think you just launch your game or validate, or no, you uninstall and reinstall Hearts of Iron 4. I don't know why it fixes it, so I can't answer you why, but make sure you delete Hearts of Iron 4 out of documents and then reinstall it, like game on Steam or wherever you have it installed. And then it should work. However, if you do delete your documents folder, keep in mind it will delete your mod folder, because your mod folder is in the Hearts of Iron 4 folder that's in documents. And I'm not saying delete documents, I'm saying delete Hearts of Iron 4 that's in documents. So make sure you copy any of this with like WinRAR or some zip file and put it somewhere else on your computer, and then you can just paste it back in. But yeah, that will be how to fix your country. A lot of people have this issue, and I just want to address it in the video because I already know I'm probably going to get a few comments saying it's not showing up. And if it still does not show up and you're still having issues, join the Discord and I will help you out, because I'm more active on the Discord than on YouTube for some reason. Yeah. Anyways, we're very close. We're like 9 subs away from 800. I'm already past my main channel subscribers. So if you want to help me hit 1,000 or 800 or 900 or something before 2027, because I guess YouTubers set goals or something, go ahead and please like and subscribe. Also, liking the video and commenting it worked or need help or any of that also helps me reach other people so they can get the help they need if they're trying to make Hearts of Iron 4 videos. I know there are a lot of Hoi4 modding tutorials. Some of them are more complex than what I do, and some of them are just extremely outdated. Like I think it's Iron something. His videos are years old. I don't necessarily think his videos are outdated. I just think the technology that he uses, like, it just looks more outdated than it, so it's easier to follow a more modern one. And that's also why I'm making this video. But hopefully this helped you guys, and thank you all for deciding to come here to learn. I appreciate it. I'll try to get back into Hearts of Iron 4 modding. It's just tough to get back into it, but I'll try. And if you want me to remake any of my other mods, just let me know and I'll remake those as well. I try to just get straight to the point immediately, but yeah. Anyways, that is it. talked a long time. Goodbye.